contrary to popular belief, U of H did get past the first round. The first weekend.
Believe it or not, we had one of our boys.
I can't believe Gonzaga messed my bracket up.
Wow.
Them, Texas beat them.
Hold up.
I'm like, wow.
You know how you compare James Harden to Lamar Jackson? Gonzaga is University of Oregon football, baby.
They
go
always
disappoint
there,
you. They
but
always
never win.
It feel good. It feel good for a lot of years. It's cool, but ain't gonna never really get over that hump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you pick them.
They hurt my bracket.
So we gonna start you, Truesdale. We got 16 teams left. Who you liking this coming up weekend? Anybody?
Well, you know, I got Arizona all the way. You know, St. John's. I mean,
St. John's is playing.
Yes, that's one of the teams I pick.
You know what's a historical fact that a lot of people don't know?
What?
Every year Duke has won a national championship.
Right.
They beat St.
John's.
They beat St. John.
Wow.
And they playing St. John's this weekend. I don't know.
Do you think it's going to get broken? Because I think St. John's got the team to beat them.
I don't know. I tell you what, I think Siena laid the blueprint down for how to beat Duke for 3/4 of that game.
Right.
They ran out of gas, only playing 5 players.
Right.
But they showed how to beat Duke. If you really pack the paint, play that zone, make them shoot you out of it, and don't let Cam get away with those 2 moves he got, then you got a real good shot of beating Duke.
Yeah.
And you got Rick Pitino over there. I mean, you can't never.
Coach. That's
here's what I'm
saying. And he brought St. John's back. They've been asleep for a long time.
Here's what I tell you.
Bring everybody back.
I don't know as much as if Siena gave him a blueprint or it was their first game of the tournament. We all know the first game of the tournament, you do a little feel out. Now, they still should have beat Siena by more than they did, but look at the second game, look at the next game after that. I think if St. John's got the talent from a defensive perspective to hang with them, but we're going to see if Duke get hot from that 3-point line.
Well, I mean, if they get hot, that's anybody, right?
That's
like,
anybody.
if they get hot, there's nobody's going to be able to beat Duke if they get hot from the 3-point line. But I'm just saying, I'm going to at least first and see if they hot. I'm going to take away Cam from 4, 5, 8 feet and make them beat me out there from the start. If I'm St. John's, I mean, Rick Pitino is obviously a lot better coach than any of us. But
yes, he's experienced.
A lot of experience. But,
like
that's what I saw. Right, he always been a winner. That's what I saw.
I think they can beat him. I'm pulling for St. John's.
So
I'm always pulling for whoever playing Duke.
I picked Arizona. I picked Arizona to go all the way, so I'm gonna stick with them because they looking good.
Hold on. In that bracket, you got Arizona going all the way, and I wouldn't be mad if they did.
But they got a tough road.
Let's not talk about and skip over what Arkansas is doing and how good Arkansas, A-Cuff, they over there playing well.
We're gonna talk about them in a second. Okay. But before we talk about Arkansas, we got to talk about my Texas Longhorns. The lowest seed still left in the bracket. The number 11 seed shocking the tournament, beating Gonzaga. First team, one of 4 teams ever to start in the first Final Four, the play-in game, and get first four, and get into the Sweet 16.
Absolutely.
So
even though that's some weird first 4, 11 seed crap, I don't understand. But fine, whatever.
Y'all caught a little bit more Longhorns.
Y'all can have it.
They beat your Gonzaga's ass. What you think, bro?
It's me.
Can they win the next game?
They shot. Who they got next?
They got Purdue next.
Purdue? Oh, yeah. Purdue got that bad guard, that Smith kid.
Yep.
That's going to be a tough. I'm going
That's
Purdue.
going to be a tough.
Purdue.
That's a tough out.
Yeah, because Texas got blessed this past weekend.
But people forget, Purdue was the number 1 team in the country the first half of the season.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you forget that. They're not slouches.
And they got put that program together. They was number 1 a couple of years ago going to the tournament.
They're not slouches.
No.
They got a heck of a guard. They got some bigs.
I think when you get to the Sweet 16, nobody's really slouches at this point.
But what I'm saying, they're not even a slouch for the big teams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were number 1 team in the country for a long time.
Right.
They got a lot to offer. It's going to be tough. Texas doesn't have a lot of great bigs right now, so we'll see. I'm not saying they can or they can't. I'm not picking that one. Yeah. I'm just saying that's a tough game to pick.
Yeah.
I think Texas is going to pull it out by 3.
Of course you think that.
They're going to pull it out by 3. They hot. Bill got them boys playing together. He's coaching. Well. Here's what I tell you. He's coaching his you-know-what off because he's not letting the big man get in foul trouble. When his guards get in foul trouble, he's taking them out, putting some other guards in. And so they hadn't had to worry about that the whole game. So, you know what? Let's talk about U of H. Before we go to Arkansas, let's talk about U of H. They destroyed played A&M over the week. I knew they were going to beat A&M, but I didn't see that coming. Is A&M that bad or is U of H that good?
No, A&M that bad.
U of H also got that hot. Like, this is what scares me about U of H. Because now that Florida is gone, like, the red carpet is out there for U of H to make it to the Final Four.
All right.
Like, it's there. What scares me about U of H is that they depend on being that hot sometimes shooting. Right. And they're going to have one game. I don't believe they're going to have four more straight games of shooting that well. And that scares me.
Yeah.
Because they offense scare me already.
We know you hate the offense. But they run an offense that's very read and react, 4 out, 1 in. I got it. We talk about that another time. But if they not hitting like that, but at the same time, their bracket's kind of weak. They got a red carpet to the Final Four. I just hope they stay that high.
And they at home.
Hey, after
They're at home.
They at home.
They got
And the
2 games
Toyota
at home.
Center. If you can't get to the Final Four playing in Toyota Center and U of H, come on now.
They might as well put
It
that
looked
game
like-
in
Come on
the
now.
Fertitta Center.
it looked like after 1 week.
But I'm just so scared about that.
I want to see them too. Shout out to my man Bilal Bladley on
Can y'all
that
hear
staff,
me?
man. Shout out to that whole crew. I want to see them get there.
I'm like saying,
Somebody said UT is a sleeper in the chat. They is sleep in the chat. I like you, bro. Come on.
After 1
Give us
week,
some more
they
good
think they
information.
I don't
Get
know.
aboard.
Who said it?
Can you be a sleeper in the Sweet 16?
If you're 11 seed,
Yeah, I guess so.
if you're 11 seed, for
But
sure.
I mean, nobody should be sleeping. They didn't see what happened last weekend. Hell, they shouldn't be sleeping.
So, did you really think Iowa was gonna upset Florida?
No.
I mean, because I was up by 10 or 12
But you
in the
can't
game.
never tell what going on in the March Madness. Miles, you know that.
Facts.
Things are happening every year, like North Carolina. Whoever thought they would have lost in the first round? So it's a lot of
I
craziness
did.
tricking this go.
But is it because they were missing their best player?
Yeah.
But I'll say this. I did not expect Iowa to beat Florida. I didn't expect Florida to make it out the bracket. I just didn't know who was going to beat them. I wasn't picking
I
Iowa.
had Florida get far. Yeah.
They didn't want to make out that bracket. They were always kind of iffy.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all, speaking of Florida, I'm going to tell you what's one of the funniest things. My boy B. Smith, shout out, make it to the tournament. And they interviewed B. Smith, my boy Coach B. Smith, at during the break for the half. What we got to do? He said, we need help from the Lord.
We need help from the Lord to get this done.
Man, Florida got this big, tall, white kid,
He's
7'9". 7'9". He can dunk.
Prairie Center was
Flat
talking to
foot.
him like, how tall are you? He was like 6'8", like
He was 6'10". They
Yeah,
looked at
yeah,
him like,
yeah.
I saw a special on that
Yeah.
kid before he signed at Florida. Yeah.
Where's the kid from?
I forgot where he was from.
What's his clarification?
He's a freshman.
Lord have mercy.
But, I mean, his skill set, he has to gain some weight.
Yeah.
He has to get some skill sets involved. But for right
He
now.
got some work.
No, yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. To Miami, making the
Jay.
tournament. Jay Lucas, former Longhorn, first-year coach at Miami, getting them to the tournament. Did a fantastic job in his first year. I know you know Jay personally.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about did you expect that? What you think he gonna do in year 2?
Well,
what you got?
First and foremost, even like I met Jay when he was playing at UT,
Right.
Working for his dad. We always knew he was going to be a coach. Like, you always knew that's what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Extremely intelligent. They used to call him the politician because he can work a room like you never believe. But what people don't know that he did that was very underrated. Last year, he was the head recruiter for Duke.
Right.
Duke's top assistant last year. And I'm going to forget names, so I'm going to say the kid from Bel Air who was All-American had committed to Duke, and had another kid who was an All-American committed to Duke. Both of those guys went to Miami with Jay because he was the guy that recruited them. He also played at Bel Air, Jay did. So it was a connection
much
there as
raised
well.
them guys.
Yeah, so he brought some talent with him, which is the first key. The fact that your first year you can bring talent with you at that level.
Talent like that.
Says a lot. Says a lot.
Say where the future gonna be for.
Right, it says what his future is. And the fact that you win there as a number 7 seed, we ain't heard from Miami in a long time.
Right.
As long as my man been down there and love him to death. We ain't heard from Miami in a long time. He went in as a 7 seed, which meant that this wasn't a fluke season. He did well all year. So shout out to him. I think his ceiling is crazy. Over in the Big East, like there's not really a lot
So
of
here's a question.
ACC, my bad.
Here's
There's
a
not a lot of
question for you.
competition.
Here's a question for you. Him being Duke's top assistant last year. He's obviously going to be entrenched in Miami, but there's scuttlebutt going on that Hubert Davis is on the hot seat at North Carolina.
Actually, the scuttlebutt is official. I don't know.
Like, he's probably going to be gone real soon.
Before we started shooting, I'm going to look this up before I say this out loud.
They're trying to work it out, so they don't really want to fire him. But, you know, if Huber's gone, Jay being the top assistant at Duke, does he stay at Miami if they want him at North Carolina?
I don't know.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. That's a historic blue blood, won't
No,
you?
it is. I mean, you know, he started coaching.
And why wouldn't they want him?
They have the historical, but one thing about Miami, they got the money, you got the beach. So you can sell it. That kid ended up leaving there, followed him there. So they plugged in. He's a good recruiter. So he can make a difference.
I think there's always two different thought processes to coaching in college, right? Is do you want to go to a school like that and take the chance of being a next grade coach under like a Dean Smith or Roy Williams kind of guy, but your leash is a whole lot shorter? Or do you want to go to a school like Miami where your leash is longer, but if you're successful, you're going to be there.
Dean Smith. They're Coach
K. Because if he goes to North Carolina and is successful, wins a championship or two, then he goes down as their third, fourth best coach ever.
Right.
If in Miami you win a chip in two in Miami,
oh, you God.
You a god. In Miami forever.
You're gonna want to be in Chapel Hill for that.
For your whole family. I don't know, Jay. I haven't talked to him recently, so I don't know what his thought process is. But I know there's always those two thought processes, and he's doing really well already. Hell, he's doing better than North Carolina.
Okay, the kid named is Shelton Henderson.
Yeah.
From Bel Air. Do you think he'll come out this year or you think he's coming back? I think he needs to come back.
I think he'll come back. Year. I mean, why not? You're getting paid well enough to stay.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think they gave him a bigger bag at Miami, too.
Probably.
Then
I mean, you don't leave for less money no matter how much I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I mean, they would have to break the bank to get him to leave Miami, which not that they can't.
No, he was talking about going pro.
Oh, going pro. Okay, gotcha.
I think it stays.
They was hyping him up early in the year because he was doing pretty good. Kid got stronger.
Oh, somebody said they want Jay to replace Kelvin at U of H when he retires.
Well, unfortunately, it's already in Kelvin's contract that
Kelvin's going to take
over. Now, I don't think Kelvin's leash is that long, though. I think he might get a year or two. And if you start falling, he'll be out of there fast. And to get him to come in, you're talking about 4 or 5 years.
Do you think he can do a good job? Because he is bringing a lot of recruits in, huh?
He ain't his daddy, though.
Where is that? Okay, I'm asking you this. Does he got better offense? Because his dad ain't got no offense.
It doesn't
can't
matter.
be that much better if he on staff and they still got to run that offense.
Right, he ain't making his dad run no offense.
Right.
He ain't saying, Dad, do this.
Does he have offense?
He ain't Clint Kubiak. He ain't saying, Daddy, do this.
What the key thing is, if they could get the recruits they getting now, they're getting top-notch 5-star players now. So if they can continue to do that, and that can help Kevin, that can help Coach Sampson, to me, win a championship. Because I think he got a couple of kids right now committed.
No, he got some kids committed. He always going to have kids committed. That's not his issue. Top-notch kids.
Like Fleming.
Yeah, no, he got some more kids.
So hop in the chat. Let us know what you think about the job that Jay Lucas is doing. What you think, how far you think U of H is going to go. How far you think my Longhorns is going to go the next round. For sure, we love to hear from you. Shout out to my boy Kenny Ford. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, bro.
He came out celebrating with us. He's in the house over here at On the Rocks on OST. Come out and see us for the live show. We here every Tuesday. Come see us. So next topic.